I'm at the QE Medical Centre. No, I'm not sick. What I've done is I've put myself down for a research study about the bladder, looking at the bladder, looking at how it functions, if it's a healthy bladder. And it was very, very interested. I was here for about an hour, probably an hour and a half. And they talked about first the bladder and healthy bladders. And only 20% of women in my age group, and that's probably about 45 to 55, have a healthy bladder. She said it's like a hen's teeth trying to find someone with a healthy bladder. So I got a 5-star there. She said I've got a very healthy bladder. I'm obviously drinking a lot of water. The flexibility of it, the bladder wall, everything is really good. Anyway, while I was there, I asked her, because I'm very interested in the gut and I'm very interested to see how it works, I asked her if she could take a look at my bowels, my small bowels, the small intestine through to the large bowel, where is the final destination of your feces as it comes out and gets excreted. What she said to me is, after a few like, wow, oh my goodness, wow, and me thinking that I've got some sort of growth or something's wrong, she told me that I had an extremely healthy bowel. And I said, okay, thanks. I don't know what you say when someone says to you, how's your bowel? That you've got a healthy bowel. But she said, you've got a 5-star colon. And I said, okay, so what would that be for? And she asked the question. She said, are you plant-based? Are you vegetarian? Are you vegan? Do you predominantly have a plant-based diet? And I said yes. And this woman name is Dr. Antonia Volikova, beautiful lady from the Ukraine, who is actually a surgeon. So she was a gastroenterologist, a surgeon in the Ukraine, came out here, did some retraining in radiology, and has a special interest. So I was pretty lucky. I think I hit jackpot. She said to me that those people on a plant-based diet, predominantly plant-based or completely plant-based, have excellent peristalsis, i.e. they don't have a backup in their colon, i.e. constipation. When you have constipation, then what you have is a reabsorption of toxins across the bowel wall into the body, which causes inflammation. And when you have excellent peristalsis, and she showed me the beating of my intestinal wall, and it was moving through, and she said it had such beautiful movement because of a high fibre diet. And sadly, she said that there is probably only about 10 to 15% of the population that are getting their fibre needs. So if you want a 5-star colon, if you want better peristalsis, i.e. going to the bathroom 2 or 3 times a day, and we had a great talk about you thinking that it's once a day is normal, or even once every couple of days is normal. That's not a healthy bowel. So a healthy bowel is a movement soon after you eat, as the stomach contents are emptied, and it pushes through, obviously, peristalsis right the way from start to finish. And on a plant-based diet, you've got food coming in through 6 to 8 hours, as opposed to having meat and animal products, which can take 48 to 72 hours. And because of the lack of fibre, and because of the lack of water that's also in that diet, because if you're having lots of plants and fruits, vegetables and fruits, etc., they are very high and naturally high water content. So if you want a 5-star bowel, I suggest you do the following, okay? Adding some greens in. So add some greens or fruit and vegetables in. If you have a bowl of porridge, and while the oatmeal is really great, we need a soluble and insoluble fibre to keep peristalsis going. So add some beautiful fresh berries onto the top, some banana, some grated apple. Starting the day with a smoothie is a really great way. It really gets peristalsis going. A lot of people say that they rely on their coffee to get them going, and that's really not a good move. It's the heat more so than anything that actually starts the peristalsis. People say it's the coffee, but it's actually the heat. So we suggest instead having a lemon in hot water, okay, or warm water, first thing in the morning, which really does help get peristalsis going. So adding more veggies. If your meat tends to be the mainstay of your plate, i.e. you look at it and it's a good half, 3/4 or of your plate. It's a big massive part of your plate. Then cut it in halves or quarters, or even less if you like. Put it to the side. Make sure that you can have that for 2 or 3 meals afterwards, and add masses of salad. And when we're not talking about just a handful, we're talking about a big bowl. And becoming plant-based is predominantly, my meal is a massive bowl of salad. So if you want a 5-star colon, you need to add in. Okay, so forget about taking out for now. As a starting point, start adding in, reduce those animal products, reduce those milks, dairy, the cheese, the yogurt, the animal product. This is a woman that has seen many bowels and operated on hundreds of bowels, and she said, without a doubt, and we all know, you read just recently in the news, they've talked about plant-based, healthier longevity, and also a reduced risk of comorbidities. And they are things that, the irritable bowel syndromes, the bowel cancers, all those things. And she said not only does a healthy bowel mean obviously less of any of those, it actually translates to other organs being healthy because there's less inflammation. So if you want to have a 5-star colon, like me, I would suggest making the move to introducing more plants. Stay tuned. Anyway, have a great day. I'm excited. It's sort of like going to school and getting 5 out of 5 or 100% on an exam. Anyway, see you later everyone. Have a good time. Healthy colon, 5 stars. Bye.